DD214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Gaming is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
And we're back. What's going on, boys?
Oh boy.
What's going on, everybody?
We got Brandon Cleary up in the house here already. What's up, man? Live from the Clean Sanchez studio in Apollo City, a town that doesn't even exist. From Kansas City himself, the Blood Eagle, Jay Campbell.
Thank you. It's good to fucking see you guys, dude. Good.
And the Master Squid, and the Master Squid himself, Joe Squillini.
Whoa. Let's not piss off the big D here.
Listen, we're back. We're back live. It's exciting. How you guys feeling, man?
Doing okay. Doing pretty good. I'm freaking in a semi good spirits this morning, right? Like can't be all the way fucking good, but I'm getting there. Fucking. What was he gonna say, Joe? Sorry, I cut you off.
I mean, it's the first week of the fucking new year, or end of the first week of the fucking new year.
Right.
So far, I feel like it's going good. However, it's just the first fucking week.
Yeah, it's going good enough. Like, what was that? You remember that? What was that? Ninja Turtles back then? It's like it's quiet, a little too quiet. And they said something like, "Is that Raph? Yeah, a little too Raph." You know? Do you remember that fucking part? You know, where it's like,
oh shit,
it's a little too quiet right now.
I'm sorry. It was.
It's like when you're rolling up in the village, like, and it's like you're like surrounded with like mud huts and stuff, and it's just a little bit too quiet. Like, you know,
ain't nobody walking around on the fucking streets. Everything's just dead.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh fuck, we're about to get hammered.
John, do you have the music to my Roadhouse? Like, it's like when you roll up in the building.
He got it.
Yeah, just a little too quiet, and like fucking like you're like, okay, if Clint Eastwood would seem at home right fucking here right now, like we should probably fucking pay attention, right? Like everybody, fucking like keep your eyes peeled, guys. Fucking
100% head on a fucking swivel moment at that time.
Just expect contact. You know what I mean?
The moment Clint Eastwood walks through the door, you better look away. Don't look at him right in the eyes.
Hey man, fucking if you're inhabiting the Wild West in any regard, whether it's in the present day or in the past,
Westworld.
What's that?
Westworld.
Yeah, or in like Westworld, like yeah, like just expect your metal to be tested. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, man, what a hell of a week, yo. Oh, listen, we have to talk about something real quick. What up, Dylan? What up, Midnight Moss? What up, Frenchie? Listen, Midnight Moss now has what, 6 members now?
What's
6 members? His family just went from 5 to 6. New baby boy.
Oh, congratulations.
You know,
All right.
for OPSEC reasons, we ain't gonna say the name and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
so
That's
one of our
what a happy time though. What a very happy time. Like it's a very joyful time. So good.
So one of our team leads from DD214 to yours, Midnight Moss, Dylan, Dickhead Mason.
Fucking congratulations to the whole family. Hope mother and baby, I'm sure, are doing well. So like fucking congratulations on that. Like
big thing.
Fucking out fucking standing. Good job fucking shooting expert on the field. Fucking Midnight Moss, dude. Shooting expert on the field. Good job.
Dutton.
Well, since he's gonna go ahead and say the fucking name. That's his call anyways.
Hey, it's not our place. It's not our place.
Congrats, Dylan.
That's congrats, dude. Seriously, like absolutely. Fucking
that's a beautiful thing.
Merry days, dude. Merry days ahead.
Yeah,
so
man.
Very good.
So, you know, we had life this week, and we almost lost 2 lives this week.
Holy shit! Yeah, let's. Do you want to start?
Let's start. We'll start off with Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner got into a crazy thing. We almost lost the Hawkeye, man. We almost lost the Hawkeye, but he was being a superhero, as he is in the movies, and he was helping out a neighbor who was he trapped or something like that, and
his car was stuck. He was just trying to get the snow out from around his neighbor's car so his neighbor could get out.
And from what I don't understand what happened. Was he crushed by the vehicle?
I don't
know. His snowplow started moving, and he got stuck by his snowplow. So he had got off the snowplow to do something, and he was between the snowplow and I guess the other vehicle that was kind of blocked in, and it kind of rolled on top of him.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like how we lost. I don't know if you're familiar with the actor Anton Yelchin, who passed away a couple years ago of some similar action where the car crushed him in his in between a pillar at his home. And then we almost lost Mr. Hamlin this week. You want to talk about that real quick, Jay?
Yeah. Give me a second. Sorry. So we were having me and Nikki were kind of having just a real short nightcap. Went out for maybe an hour or two. On Monday night. Game happened to be on. We were out at about the time the game started. So the game started. The Bengals went up 7 points. Real quick. Bills followed with a field goal, I believe, and then this play happened, and all of a sudden, they're cut away from commercials. So it was real easy to miss it when it happened, right? Like when the game initially stopped.
Looked like a normal hit.
It looked not beyond a normal hit. Like it was like they didn't even really know what to do. Like it cut to commercial so quick. I didn't realize. I don't think very many people were even watching live realized like what was going on or that there was even a fucking injury. It just went to commercials, and then when they came back from commercial, you saw like both fucking teams on the field, like surrounding what would amount to, it looks like a football injury.
Yep.
And I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck happened here? So I like pulled my phone out real quick, and because there's like other places you
always play-by-plays and everything.
Like, there's a couple of
Twitter,
websites, fucking Reddit, you know what I mean? Like where you've got people commenting in real time, sometimes even people that are like present and there, physically present, say at the game.
Yep.
And all of a sudden I realized like they're doing CPR on a motherfucker, like on the field. And then the goddamn, I want to say the fucking cameramen did a really good job that night. I was glad they didn't focus on a lot of the players, but when they caught the players and you saw the expressions on their faces, like you don't see those expressions except on people that think they just watched somebody fucking die. Which basically like
what happened.
That's basically what happened, because you only do CPR on somebody if their fucking heart stopped. If your heart stopped, you're functionally dead. Like, and so long story short, you know, after last year, you know, I don't want to get too personal or too really anything right now, but I had some stuff happen in my life last year where, you know, it's just the wounds are still, some of the wounds are still fresh. Right. And watching, you know, this happen kind of in real time and live, you know, when they got him off the field, you know, the ambulance finally drove away. There was about 10, 20 minutes, and there was some talk of whether or not they might still play. And then it was pretty much understood that like the game was fucking off. At least for that particular Monday night.
Yeah.
So let's flip the coin and let's get to the positive shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I'm not gonna lie, like I was really fucking rooting for that kid to fucking make it.
Yeah.
And to pull through like that. It was really like those kinds of accidents or occurrences are so rare, but when they happen, it's devastating, and oftentimes people don't make it out. I have a good buddy of mine from high school who was a Marine. He's got I believe at least 2 or 3 deployments, if I'm not mistaken, and he ended up as EOD, believe it or not. He did the same thing happened to him basically on a morning run that happened to that kid in the football, except his heart stopped. And fortunately he made it out. Like there happened to be a Navy corpsman nearby. They got his heart restarted, and he was in a medically induced coma for a fucking month. But he's here. He's with us. He's vibrant. He's like, the only thing that changes, changes, he has a fucking pacemaker now, right? He made it. Very lucky, very fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently the same with this kid. This kid woke up, today's Sunday. I believe this kid officially woke up, like they announced like
Friday.
2.5 days ago. They took the tube out of his throat. He has made, he's able to talk. Sounds like he has a lot of his functionality, you know, as far as like, sounds like this kid's very, very lucky. And holy shit, like were we all fucking pulling for him? Like, oh my God. Like, and especially to watch that happen kind of like, you know, functionally live. It was, you know, to a nationwide audience and then to a worldwide audience. Once the news got out what happened, you know, the news went worldwide. Like, most of the rest of the world doesn't really pay much attention to American football, but in the United States, football is king. You know what I mean? So once the news went worldwide, it was like there was this outpouring of fucking support for this young man and his family, for both fucking teams that had to be there and witness this shit. It's fucking sport. It's a goddamn game. Like, people aren't supposed to fucking, you know, like we kind of threw that out with the Romans and the Aztecs. You know, if you want to see people die in the game, you know, like we'll leave it to those cultures. You know what I mean? Like that are far gone. We don't need to see people fucking die for a ball sport. It's just a fucking game. It's just a fucking game. At the end of the day, you know, especially as veterans, as people who have survived combat, you know what I mean? Like, I know what a fucking life is worth, and it's not worth a fucking ball sport. You know what I mean? Like, that's, you know, so anyways, fucking cheers to this young man and his recovery. Cheers to all the fucking people that like donated the fuck out to, like, he picked a charity or something at the beginning of the year, and they have like the outpouring of support to his charity has been like, it went from like, I don't know how many thousands of dollars to like, it's like up to like 7 or 8 fucking million. Like, I mean, it was like,
that's what he would have wanted.
Fucking A. And he asked, they said one of the first questions he asked when he woke up was who won. He assumed the game would not have been stopped. Which, if you guys go back in history, there's a plethora of examples where the game did not stop, and not necessarily with just something as serious as a cardiac arrest, but even with like a functional, like, significant injury. You know, typically speaking, the game or the show always goes on, right? This was very unprecedented, very, very unprecedented that they said, fuck it, we're not playing. They stopped the goddamn game in its tracks. Joe, I don't know if you guys remember, it actually happened here in Kansas City when there was a pay-per-view with the WWE, and when Owen Hart passed away. They kept fucking going that night, and they knew he was fucking dead. Like, they pretty much fucking knew this cat fucking lost his life, and the WWE was like, we're good. And I don't think they would nowadays. Nowadays, I don't think they would. But back then,
I was watching that pay-per-view. He was
back
performing
then.
as the Blue Beetle that night.
Or the Blue Blazer? You mean the Blue
The
Blazer?
Blue Blazer. He was supposed to. He was
Sorry about
performing
that.
as the Blue Blazer. No,
Yeah.
you're good. Thank you. And he was supposed to go against, I believe it was either Jeff Jarrett or the Godfather for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, it was. It was during that era, and it happened right here in Kansas City. It was
Yeah, that's right.
At Kemper Arena, and they kept going. And so like for this wasn't just a football game. This was Monday Night Football, guys. Okay, so for those of you guys, if you're watching this from some point in the if you're watching this from some point in the future, I want to remind everybody that already has, with their short-term memory loss, because the world doesn't remember shit nowadays. This was not just a regular football game. This was Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
You don't stop Monday Night fucking football. It is the juggernaut of juggernauts of fucking, weekly sports programming for like the last 50 fucking years. Okay. We're not talking about like a short-term, goddamn whatever. This is like, this was Monday Night Football. Joe, how's it smell? How's it smell, Joe?
Smells good.
All right. Let me get off of, Mr. Damlin. And we just want to, again, express our happiness. Thank you to the fucking first responders. Thank you to the people around the world fucking supporting this young man. Thank you to every fucking football team, okay, for fucking keeping it classy, okay? This was not the week, even though it's like the last week of the season and we're about to go into Sunday's worth of football games. This was definitely not the week to be fucking a jackass, because nothing is that important. Nothing is as important as like a life, basically, when we're talking about ball sports. So good luck to everybody's teams this week. Fucking cheers to his recovery. And fucking my Chiefs just locked up the number 1 seed last night by curb stomping the fucking Raiders. So fucking I'm happy already. So my Chiefs got a number 1 fucking seed. Go Chiefs. Good luck to everybody's teams today. I hope to see some of you guys in the playoffs. Some of you I don't hope to see in the playoffs.
Let's go Jets.
Go Jets.
Who the fuck likes the Jets anymore?
So yeah, Joe, I heard you cracking something, dude. Like I want to hear about this.
Yeah, are we gonna get a live review here?
Yeah, like how was your week? Because you had a couple things happen this week aside from the fact that you made beer.
So before we go into the Tech Guy brewing experience,
right?
We're gonna actually start with fucking New Year's Eve. So this week I had this whole fucking elaborate thing planned out where I was going to propose to my girlfriend the Monday after New Year's. Well, my girlfriend's a bit nosy and tries to be a detective, and she was catching on that something was fucking up because obviously I had to tell her, listen, Monday, I need you to wear really nice clothes to go to this dinner we're going to, because it wasn't, like going to fucking Texas Roadhouse or something. We were going to a fucking 5-star
like a mafia
steakhouse.
restaurant.
Yeah. We were going to a mafioso restaurant, and she started catching on. She started thinking something was up. So we're hanging out with the neighbors New Year's Eve. We're drinking, playing cards, listening to music, just fucking chilling. And they already knew the plan was Monday this was happening. Well, I quickly was able to fucking switch gears on the fucking plan and proposed on fucking New Year's Eve to her right at the stroke of midnight. So I showed John and Jay the video that was taken of it. Pretty much, we all had a shot of whatever fucking liquor we wanted, did the countdown, took our shot. She was standing right in front of me. Second, I threw my shot back, pulled that motherfucker out, dropped down. She flipped around.
I love you.
I had them actually play the song she wants us to do our first dance to,
which is
Love You, Love Me Anyway by Pink and Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, don't fuck this up.
Okay.
Yeah, don't let me fuck this up. Hold on.
You need to
Okay.
Leanie.
So
the boys want you to take them out for a 5-star.
Yeah, everybody's asking for fucking this 5-star fucking mafia steak, bro.
I'm gonna tell you this: if it wasn't for getting fucking engaged, I would have never fucking gone there.
Was the
food's good? The food's worth the price.
Okay.
The only thing is, for the two of us, it was like $400
For two?
because it's all a la carte. It's one of those types of steakhouses where they don't even fucking have ketchup as a fucking dressing type of place.
Right.
So
that's right. And yeah, well, okay.
So I mean, but
I know exactly where you. And I think there's something to be said too. Like and we've talked about it on the show before. There's something to be said when you start getting a little bit older. You know, like we're all, you know, heavily encroaching or already at middle age. You know, here on this podcast. And as you start getting a little older, there's certain things that start taking a little bit more. Like if I want to go out and have a really solid date night, I might spend that extra money that used to be like, holy shit, like why would you ever spend that much money on, like, on a meal, right? Every once in a while, if it ain't breaking the bank, it's not the end of the world though. And
for special occasions, I can justify spending that type of fucking money.
Absolutely. And as adults, and you know, as you transition into the world and you start growing the fuck up, you know, like that's you get to spend a little bit extra money because you fucking make a little bit extra money. That's why see, right? Like that's the whole
and
point,
me and
right?
the neighbor, we were having that conversation last week on Saturday on New Year's Eve.
Right.
We were, you know, just talking and shit before we kind of all got together. Me and him were having a couple beers and just standing outside because it was really fucking nice weather for a change. And we were talking about stuff like that. And I was like, you know, it's nice to be able to do shit like this because I'm financially stable enough to. He looked at me, he said, "You're not fucking financially stable." I said, "No, I'm not financially responsible." There's a fucking difference.
There's a difference. There's a huge fucking difference.
Food's on the table, bills are paid. I blow whatever fucking's left in the bank account. There's a difference.
Yeah, and we can have the whole, you know, fiscal responsibility conversation, you know, whenever we want. But the point is, if you have the money and it's not going to freaking, it's not going to kill you. Sometimes you do want to splurge. You know, sometimes that splurge is the new game console, you know, or the latest or the latest game, or maybe you know you want to freaking go out and actually, you know, go to a classy joint instead of like McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like that's
exactly.
There's nothing wrong, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like that's part of like morale and welfare, right? Like, you know,
I'm a grown ass fucking man. I work hard for my fucking, I'm a grown ass man. I work hard for my fucking money. If I want to treat my lady to a nice dinner, I'm going to treat her to a nice fucking dinner. That's really all there is to it.
Yeah, but now you're treating her to some of this.
I mean, but it all boils down. She ended up.
I hope you know you're never getting
that shit was fucking loud.
I hope you know you're never getting your dick sucked again. Just so you know, like
she did that night and
yeah,
4 other
not
times
married
this week.
Yet. Yeah, no, because you're not married yet, dude. Like, oh, that was not a foul. That was not a foul. Stop.
Shut up, bitch.
That's awesome, Joe. How was your week after that? Tell us about the beer.
So
and freaking let's get into our reviews.
Let's see. Week after that, it's been a good week. I mean, work was fucking insane, like always. Outside of that,
absolutely no surprise there, right? No, like zero fucking surprise there.
Zero fucking surprise there. But outside of that, let's see. Yesterday, we ended up getting a new entertainment center for the living room, and I remounted our TV because I have more fucking devices that needed to be plugged in to like HDMI ports and shit on the back of the TV. And the old wall mount, I couldn't get to them. And then she wanted to get one of those entertainment centers with the electric fireplace in it. So that way, because our living room in our apartment gets really fucking cold because it's an old building and it's got sliding glass doors going onto our fucking patio and there's no insulation at all. So she wanted to get something like that to add an extra heat source up front during the winter, which that's fine and dandy. So put that together, had the neighbor help me remount the TV, hooked all the fucking shit back up. Today, once we're done with this, I've got 2 more pieces of fucking furniture I got to assemble. Redid some stuff in the office. And yeah, that was pretty fucking much the week. So
how does the beer smell? How's it smell?
It smells good. I mean, it's got a really strong oatmeal stout. If you're into stouts, because this one's an oatmeal stout, so it's more of your cold weather beers.
Yep.
Ooh. Definitely tastes like a stout. Okay.
How is it?
It's good. I'm actually pretty fucking surprised. Now the question is, will I keel over in about 30 to 45 minutes dead?
Well,
Because
what you need to do is
something when I made
you got to do the blindness test. If you go blind in the first like 5 to 10 minutes, you know what I mean? Like that's usually it's how they test moonshine, right? Is like as long as you don't go fucking blind. If your vision starts getting fucking really fucked up, like you poisoned yourself basically. So
oh yeah.
Oh,
well, I mean, and the thing is, this kid's so fucking idiot proof that even a grunt could fucking make this beer.
This motherfucker, dude, like because the MPs are so much fucking better. Is that what we're fucking? Are we gonna do? Are we gonna do this today, Joe? Are we gonna fucking do this today? Like, did you just wake up and choose violence? You just wake up and choose violence?
Is it really a fucking episode, Jay? If me and you don't go back and forth about our fucking MOSs? One of these days,
I have a story from the field that involves both the infantry and MPs, and one of these days I'm gonna tell it.
Oh, I've got being an MP, I've got quite a few stories that involve the infantry.
Good. Then we're gonna have to trade. We'll have to swap spit. Fucking.
And most of them end up with me putting the infantry guy in fucking handcuffs in the back of my squad car.
It's a fucking Tuesday, bro. That's a fucking Tuesday. I mean, John.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Bro.
Is he even in the infantry if he doesn't get arrested?
If you're in the infantry and you don't get either A, arrested, or B, like an Article 15, like in your first like 2 or 3 years, dude, like you're really probably not living up to the stereotype.
I was a cook and I got arrested. All right.
I got like the only arrest in my entire life came while I was in the infantry. You know what I mean? Like surprise. Like I went fucking 35 fucking years of my life, never ever once had the bracelets fucking slapped on me. And up to this day, knock on wood, the only time it ever happened, I was in the infantry. So I can't fucking say I can't say Joe's wrong about that. Like I really can't. However,
hold on, Jason Gassis.
Jason Gassis in the house. Freaking welcome, welcome. Good to see you guys. I see a whole bunch of people like blowing up on our Facebook. Freaking comment feed. Like keep it up, guys. Like it's good. It's good to see all of you. Joe, fucking Dylan. Fucking Jason Gassis, freaking like Jesus Islas, fucking Midnight Moss. We see all of you in there, dude. Like it's good to see you, brothers. It's good to have all of you.
Jason Gassis is right. Being a cook, both are toxic to the field, and bang bangs protect their cooks because they're you got
that's correct. Like we will fuck up.
I always
you fuck with fucking our food maintenance like mechanics. Our doc.
Don't fuck with Doc.
Yeah, don't fuck with Doc. Like the infantry will fuck you up. Like we will make if you're in the field with us and we see you fucking with our people, like we will go out of our way to fuck with your people. You know what I mean? Like out of our way. And we can do it and we have done it. I got stories of shit like that where it wasn't necessarily against the MPs, but like I've got stories of going out of our way to like fuck with people on the support side because the people on the support side fucked with our fucking our specific people. So like it's like being a gangster and being able to like fucking like legally do something about it. You know what I mean? Like I love it.
That's the thing. Being a combat MP, because I wasn't just
a little bit different
fucking MP. It's a little bit different than a standard MP.
Correct.
Because for combat MPs, really the only difference between us and fucking 11 bang bangs and the infantry is we're mounted, infantry isn't. Like, that's really the big difference. MPs are literally mounted infantry when we're in a fucking combat zone.
Right.
And, I always had my cooks back, had my docs back, and had supplies back. Jow?
Yeah, Jow.
Whoever's fucking doing these captions needs to
It's both of us. It's the both of us. It's the both of us fucking with the captions.
Yeah, there we go. Joe was basically infantry, and just like everybody else that wasn't infantry, right? Basically infantry.
I don't know. I once heard that MPs were just infantry with cuffs.
Huh?
That's actually I had my
And
uncle.
engineers are just infantry with fucking explosives,
And
and
wrenches.
artillery is just infantry with long range guns. And
Brandon Cleary says, unless you are at CAF, then you are booting gators at the PX.
I've been to CAF. I've been to fucking CAF. I spent a whole deployment there. I spent yeah. I've been to CAF a few
Shit.
times.
Well, let me tell you about my week. Other than playing Fallout 76 with Joe Perazzi and Brandon Wayner, which we have, I don't know how much money has been spent.
What do you mean spending money?
I've spent about.
I thought you were fucking playing a game.
Yeah. I spent about close to $300 on Fallout.
Money on this game.
For what? What do you get What do you get for your fucking money here, dude?
Curtains, clothing, housing equipment, scrap kits.
In a game?
You'd be impressed what my place looks like.
Now
I'm not. Listen.
Okay, I literally just had a whole thing about talking to Joe about. I'm not judging.
Yeah, I'm not gonna come out here and put Joe Perazzi and Brandon Wayner on blast because they spent money on it too. I'm just saying.
What game is this again? What game is this again?
Fallout 76. Now listen, I've restarted the game
clearly
from scratch with these guys. Restarted the game.
How do you?
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game.
Who collects the money for this game?
Bethesda.
Who is collecting the money? Like, who gets the money that you guys are spending on this game that's been out for like ever at this point? Like,
Bethesda. I trust Bethesda.
Do you trust Putin too? Like, it's like we would like a Christmas ceasefire as they fucking like lob fucking like missiles at fucking firehouses and shit. You know, like as it like
my man's is
God. Oh man,
my man's just playing The Sims with guns. But anyway, keep going. That's fine, but that's not what this is about. So we're gonna start off. So first off, look, I'm sorry, I'm still pushing through Peaky Blinders. It's not doing it for me.
It can get slow. Yeah. It can get slow at times. It does get slow.
But since you have an Andor review, I'm gonna leave my Andor review for last, and then we could segue into your stuff. But
perfect. I like
that. The reviews I do have. First off, Drain the Ocean. One of the coolest shows I've ever seen on the national. Disney Plus just had a major upgrade with National Geographic stuff, and I've been watching Drain the Ocean. Drain the Ocean's great. I just found out that after 9/11 happened, they found a boat under the foundation of the Twin Towers from the Revolutionary War that belonged to the Redcoats.
Huh.
Yeah, but and then my weird ass starts thinking, oh, it's fucking ghosts now. There's always been ghosts at the World Trade Center, but that's neither here nor there. Very interesting stuff that you learn, especially that you find out that Manhattan was pushed out to become what it is today. They also got the Bermuda Triangle, Alcatraz. They got a whole bunch of great stuff going on. I am scared of ghosts. I am not fronting on that.
Yeah, if you believe in them, I mean, I guess maybe you should be scared of them. Maybe you should be scared of them.
I do. So
I'm surprised you made it out of Missouri, dude. There's so many fucking ghosts. If ghosts are real, Missouri is fucking chock full, dude. Okay, like
you should have seen me in Alabama. I was shitting my pants.
They call this here the old country. Okay, like
yeah. So that's pretty good. So I also started watching this thing on Disney Plus called Generation YouTube, which breaks down the history of the platform itself and how. So
tell me about this.
So this is gonna get it's all over the place, right? But it talks about that YouTube, when it first started, was a dating site before it was a video.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it was a dating.
Did not know that.
Crazy, right? They thought that
a little bit.
They thought that in putting your video on a website it was kind of like Tinder with video. That's what they were going for, right? And so it didn't work, obviously. So then they came up, with the YouTube algorithm. They started working on all this stuff, and the idea was there, and it goes on. But the idea was that just to share home movies, right? to share home movies. And then it talks about how guys like Justin Bieber, okay,
Yeah.
found through YouTube, and how Justin Bieber broke the barrier for gatekeepers in the music industry for them not to look for someone that was, yep, it did. You know, and how it helped a guy like Justin Bieber pave the way for other artists and content creators to break through the gatekeeping and
Are
make
you
the
a
content that we have today.
are you a believer, John?
No,
Are
no,
you a believer?
no. Sorry.
Joe, are you not
No.
a believer?
No.
You guys aren't believers? Wow.
He's a little fucking prick.
The fuck?
Dude, like, okay, look, okay. Everybody has to grow up, and I'll tell you what, I do not fucking envy that kid for how much like in the spotlight he has had to be like the majority of his life at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I do not envy him one bit. Like
I mean,
you know.
I mean, here's my whole thing. When you put somebody into the spotlight as young
Right.
as Bieber, at this point, and you know, watching the child actors I watched growing up on Disney and Nick and all that stuff,
Right.
and seeing the different routes some of these actors and actresses have taken, it's like, honestly, it doesn't surprise me when they turn into a total fucking douchebag.
Well, right.
Because they were thrown into the spotlight so fucking early before they were really mature enough to handle the fucking fame.
I'm sorry. Did has it been so long since we've already forgotten Michael Jackson? You know what I mean?
Prime example.
Michael Jackson is the example of you got for every success story like Kurt Russell. Like a lot of people don't know that Kurt Russell started off as a child star, also working for Disney. You fucking fucks, right?
All right.
But shockingly, that's gonna. I'm sorry, John. We didn't mean to freaking. We
No. I mean, no. But look what happened. You saw that guy who threw that shit at my face?
Yeah. What a fuck. What a fuck.
I really hope that security fucking took care of that asshole. Okay, we don't do shit like that here in the fucking studio. Not in Blue Falcon Studios.
We don't. Yeah, dude. We don't act like a bunch of fucks, dude. Like I'm not gonna come into your fucking establishment and fuck around with you while you're fucking doing whatever you're doing live.
How
right?
rude. How rude.
It's just fucking. It's uncalled for. It is very
uncalled for. Life.
For life. Just because you don't like fucking something, like whether it's Justin Bieber or whatever, like that. That's kind of why I empathize with him a little bit, because that's how we got into the Michael Jackson conversation. Because
I can't believe these people, man.
I can't blame somebody for being a fuck if they've been surrounded by fucks their whole life. Does that make sense? Like how are you gonna blame a motherfucker that grew up surrounded by fucks for being a fuck?
Absolutely. And
just throwing it out there. Just fucking throwing it out there.
And I really want to thank Midnight Masa for reminding me. Guys, Kaleidoscope is out.
What's that?
Kaleidoscope is a heist TV show, which you can watch the episodes in any order that you want.
So it's kind of a choose your own type of show where they've released episode 1 through 10 or whatever, but you could watch episode 10 and then go to episode 2 and it's still going to fucking make sense.
Yes. So they have
I wonder what it's like to do like a spiral. So episode freaking 5 and 6 and then 4 and then 7.
You can do that.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to do a spiral.
Netflix released hey, Squillini, can you pull up what Netflix released about the different list? Now, this says that there's different 40,000 ways that you can watch it, which is bullshit. There's over 300 ways you can watch this, okay? With watching this, the episodes are broken down into colors. The episodes are broken down into colors, and each color is a different timeline. 15 years ago, what is it? The week after, the day of the heist. And each way makes it seem like someone else is fucking someone else over and over. Which is true. What order are you watching it on, Dylan? I'm curious. We'll wait. I'm watching it in rainbow order. Roy G. Biv. with White being the final episode, which the final episode is actually the heist. But yeah, you can watch any episode order. It's got Giancarlo
Holy
Esposito.
shit.
Yeah, what you got?
So I'm looking at like the different ways. It's got a couple different ways.
They
in
have
this
the
article
usual-
that I'm
they
looking
have-
from people.
The Tarantino version,
The
usual
Tarantino
suspects.
version says, watch it in this way if you want to watch it as if the show is one long Quentin Tarantino film. That might be the fucking order I go. I love Tarantino, so
Yeah.
What's your favorite Tarantino movie?
fuck. Way to
Mine
put me
is
on a
Reservoir
goddamn
Dogs.
spot.
I've enjoyed just a few more years than you guys on this earth, but I was a very, very early Tarantino aficionado. So I'm always curious when I hear, doesn't matter what the age is, like when somebody says they like Tarantino, like which one's your favorite?
Mine has always been Reservoir Dogs.
Pulp
for you,
Fiction.
John. Good for you, Joe. Like Jesus, both very fucking solid picks.
And you know what? The one thing that I
I
really
just-
loved about Reservoir Dogs is that the cast was just so solid.
Well, that's kind of my thing with Pulp Fiction. I mean, Pulp Fiction had a really solid cast in also.
Who would have ever thought that Mr. Orange was the cop?
I mean,
Guys, the movie's been out for
that's
like
like-
30 years, guys. If you haven't watched it by now, Jesus
dude, you're
Christ.
talking like that's when cops started playing like really fucking dirty.
Yeah.
Like when you watch a movie like The Departed, where like it's the whole movie it shows
I love that
fucking
movie.
it shows DiCaprio just being a rat fuck in a criminal organization, and he's a cop. Like he's like kind of like it's like no one like I don't know. I don't want to get too far into the
No, yeah.
Like
Yes.
yeah. So
Yeah,
If
so
go ahead.
did I play anything else this week? No, I didn't play anything else. Andor. Guys, I don't like Andor. Review over. On to you, Jay.
Oh no! What is that? That's your review. That's your review of Andor. Like,
Wait.
As I'm getting ready to go
Okay.
into it.
So I'm gonna have to wait. We're gonna circle back to that entire fucking statement, John.
Well,
I
you
need
might,
to
Jay?
finish it.
well,
Jay?
here's the thing. My review is not going to be much fucking better. So if you got something to ask John, fucking, I want to hear what you say about it, because like my review ain't going to be fucking. I really hope people weren't expecting me to like.
I'm expecting you to tear it apart.
Oh, I'm going to. Oh, I'm fucking going to, because like this shit reminded me of fucking the goddamn Batman, like that fucking pile of fucking trash. That giant shit that DC,
All right, well,
DC took into everybody's
skip it.
Fucking
last
bad.
spring. Like Andor is like this fucking Disney, like it's like Disney like just squatted over your mouth and shit Star Wars down your throat and expected you to like it. And the fucking viewing audience is calling it like the best Star Wars fucking ever. And I'm like, holy fuck, I didn't get into it until like season or like episode fucking 10 out of 12. Like what a fucking colossal pile of shit. This fucking movie was. This fucking series is garbage, dude. Garbage.
Here's the way. Now we've gotten Jay's review of it. Also,
it fucking sucked. It fucking sucked. I was literally about to give a 3 of 10. Like flaccid, fucking like gum, like trying to use a gummy worm dick to fuck a god.
I was gonna be much.
So
nicer.
here's the thing.
Pile of shit.
For
Pile of
me, I'm so into the Star Wars expanded universe.
You mean the Disney Star Wars expanded universe? Like
No,
the Disney Star Wars expanded
the
universe.
Star Wars.
No, there's a whole.
The corporate expanded universe. Everybody,
No.
this is the corporate.
No, that's not what he's talking about.
I don't care. I mean, I wouldn't know.
He's talking
Right.
about the books.
I'm
Yeah, I
talking
know,
about the
I know.
books and the stuff that Disney has already said they're not considering part of their universe.
Yeah.
The
Which
real
is bullshit.
timeline.
Because the real timeline, which is the books and then the original, the prequels and then the original trilogy.
Luke has a daughter.
1 through fucking.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into all that.
And
But
Leia
literally-
has twins, and yeah.
Literally, Disney has fucked up so much about Star Wars.
Yep.
Now Andor, the thing I liked about Andor
Piece of shit. What?
Is that it was more of a
Piece of
detective
shit.
spy fucking type of show. However, I feel that for people that only have watched the Star Wars movies and haven't dove into the books and dove into the back end lore and all of the other stuff within the Star Wars expanded universe, the show comes off as a piece of shit. Because even the missus, she thought the show was crap.
Yeah.
It is. That's because it fucking is. And I don't know who the fuck are giving. I don't know who the fuck are giving like these raving reviews and calling it like the best Star Wars ever. It was a piece of shit. It was literally
by far.
I can't believe I can't believe I wasted 12 hours of my fucking life.
The Bad Batch.
Like, it was horrible.
The Bad Batch is like 300 times better than this. But I will say, this is the reason why I didn't like Andor. It's because I don't think it does anything for the Star Wars universe except for Rogue One.
Here's my thing. I would have loved Andor if they had chopped off the first like 9 episodes and done like a little like 5-minute recap just to catch me up on the story and showed like not even the last 3 episodes, maybe like the last like 1.5 episodes, and just wrap it up, because like that was what it was worth. It was worth like about 2 hours of the fucking 12 that we watched. It was garbage. It was a waste of time. Anybody saying that this is like the best Star Wars is like a corporate sucker of Satan's cock. I just want to like warn you guys that these demons are out there. They're trying to tell you what to like and what not to like. If you're an actual Star Wars fan, Andor fucking sucks. It fucking sucked.
I'll be the first to say,
fucking money. Okay,
until
like
Andor,
they're trying to whore you out. Disney fucking sucks. Disney fucking sucks. Sorry, go. Right. Sorry.
Until Andor, my 3 least favorite Star Wars shows / movies of all time, in order, from 3 to 1. Episode 1. Episode fucking 1 is number 3. Rise of Skywalker was number 2. And then, I hate to fucking say it, Book of Boba Fett.
You're fired.
No. Listen to my reasoning on this. Book of Boba Fett was supposed to be Boba Fett's show. By the second fucking episode, it turned into Mandalorian season 2.1.
Okay, I could see your reasoning, and I will allow this. I will allow this just because it's like
now,
yeah.
Book of Boba Fett is off my fucking least favorite list. And I will put Andor in the number 1 slot because, yes, it's nice to get these backstory shows on some of the characters that have shown up in the movies. However, the way they went about giving us Andor's fucking backstory was a crock of shit.
Thank you. It was just like they literally could have done that in like a movie or like 2 episodes.
I wouldn't want to see a movie about that. I think what
I wouldn't have wanted to see a movie. Dude, but see, here's the thing: being somebody that's
him in prison, like what was that? Like 3 fucking episodes, 3 or 4 fucking entire episodes. Where this, fuck that whole fucking dude. Yeah. Fuck Andor.
Well, what do we got? What do we got next?
That was the worst shit I have wasted my time on in so long. Maybe going back to last year and fucking spending 3 hours in a theater with a bunch of money that I wasted on fucking Batman and the fucking giant shit that DC fucking took down my fucking throat.
Fuck. And this is where Jay's about to get disappointed, because this week in DC news,
Joker
the
got
new
pregnant.
DC universe.
The
new
saw
DC
that.
universe is going to be based off of the Matt Reeves Batman universe. So the new movies that we're going to get a new actor for Superman. We're going to get a new actor for all these characters, except fucking Batman. We're going to keep Robert Pattinson as fucking Batman.
I'm okay with this, but wait, Jay, stop a second.
Dude,
Can we stop? Can we retrace back real quick and talk about why the fuck Joker is pregnant in the comics right now?
Because nobody has an original idea in their fucking head anymore.
I'm really trying to, because I saw that this morning, Jay. I saw that this morning, dude. And like,
we live in the stupidest fucking timeline ever, dude. This is like the dumbest
he's
shit.
Pregnant. Dude. The Joker is pregnant through a casting witching spell, and then throws up. What's next, Jay? What you got next?
I literally feel like I wake up every day and just get bukkakied by fucking corporations. I'd be like nothing is sacred anymore. Like nobody has an original thought idea in their head. They've got money to just absolutely waste, like on shows like Andor, and we've got we've got like homeless people in the fucking street. Are you gonna live, John? You gonna live? Like, you gonna make it, buddy?
Yeah.
You okay? I don't understand shit anymore. This is the most boring version I could have, like, if you'd asked me when I was a dreamy, starry-eyed child what 2023 was going to be like, okay, I cannot imagine like this is such a boring, stupid fucking version of 2023. Like, get out there and fix this shit, guys, okay? Because like TV fucking sucks. Fucking TV sucks. Movies fucking suck. They're like flipping clown cars in the air to keep you interested in shit. They're gonna make a 10th Fast and Furious movie. I don't remember watching the first fucking 9. Like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like,
what's your next review, Jay?
Is going on? I can't believe people are like this. Like you don't see through this shit. You don't see it for what it is. Like,
so here's my thing. I see through the corporate bullshit.
Fuck.
However, from a money-making standpoint, and you've got to look at it from the money-making side of things.
No, I like art. I like to look at things from the art standpoint, because when they're calling stuff art, and when they're going to tell me that this is the best Star Wars anything that's ever, and like, oh, by the way, Andor still holds an aggregate 96 out of 100 on fucking Rotten Tomatoes. Tell me that fucking entire fucking whatever Rotten Tomatoes is, like, as a company or whatever, tell me that is not corrupt as fuck.
No, stay with me.
We've got fucking 3 of 3 votes that Andor sucked on this fucking podcast. Fucking, how is it still sitting at a 96? Like, you guys tell me that, dude. Like, that fucking show was dog shit. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself.
No. Sorry, I spaced out.
66. Oh man, what's your next review?
Well, here's the thing. Like,
we're gonna make a rule. We will never talk about Batman or Star Wars ever again on this show.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's not about Batman or Star Wars. They've made good Batman movies.
So many fucking Star Wars games and so many
they
Star
just
Wars
suck.
games coming out this year.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's Star Wars is still a big thing. Star Trek, I mean, for the love of God, that's still around.
I'm getting bored.
I can't. I fucking like Star Trek. Like, Star Trek's got good lore, but I'm sitting here like.
Now, I will say with Star Trek here lately, the only thing that's kind of captivated me is the Picard series. That's on.
I heard that was really good.
CBS All Access, just because it gives us Picard's retired now. He's no longer with Starfleet. We get to see that side of things. And the fact that they didn't fucking recast, they actually got Patrick Stewart to come back. But outside of that, I mean, everything's just a fucking copy and paste in Hollywood, in fucking video games, in comic books. We're not getting original content anymore.
Even if they had to replace Patrick Stewart for younger, at least they could get James McAvoy. So,
well, that's the one thing. At this point, the only actor I expect to play a young Patrick Stewart for any of the roles Patrick Stewart's played is McAvoy, because his Professor X,
he talks just like him,
was great.
Yeah, for
the younger version. So,
yeah. So what's the next review you got?
Well, it's not really a review. I just wanted to I just wanted to put it out there. Like, John, if you want to put the fucking the picture that I sent to you, I just want to remind everybody. So last night my youngest daughter wanted to watch a movie, and it's a movie on Netflix. It's from 2019, and it's called Tall Girl. And John, if you want to get the graphic, I never heard of it. I looked at the preview. I was like, okay, we'll watch it together, you know. And so like we sat down, we watched this movie Tall Girl, okay, which also, by the way, is another Hollywood piece of shit, okay. But I would give Tall Girl a fucking much higher rating than I would give fucking season one of Andor, okay. So like I wanted to make it very clear and very known that like I would rather watch a piece of shit like Tall Girl than fucking the fucking absolute colossal giant fucking turd that is fucking Andor, while being told that it's the greatest thing.
You're weird.
It's like the greatest thing to ever come from the Star Wars universe. At least this movie Tall Girl is a little bit more self-fucking aware. You know, where like the whole fucking shtick is this, you know, it's a girl is tall. Like, oh my God, the sky is fucking falling because I'm over 6 feet, right? Which I get, but they made it cute. Okay, Tall Girl gets a fucking higher rating on GD214 Gaming because at least it's fucking honest and it has some moral integrity and it's not a corporate sucker of Satan's cock. Okay, like Disney can absolutely lick my ass, dude. They ruined fucking Star Wars. They ruined Marvel. And if anybody tells you different, okay, I've got a bridge to fucking sell you in fucking London. All right, I've got beachfront property in Arizona. Okay, come see fucking Jay with your stupidity. If you think Disney did not ruin fucking everything ever, okay, that they touched.
And make sure you bring a beer with you too.
Just, hey man, instead of handing the corporations money, I'm gonna set up a fucking PayPal, and every time you want to make a dumbass fucking donation to these giant corporate suckers of Satan's cock, dude, just fucking send me the money you would spend on the fucking corporation, please. Okay, because if you're that stupid that you're not getting taken to the fucking down the road and like they're literally here fleecing you like sheep.
Please
like,
give Jay the money so I could finally get paid for this.
Or at least fucking get me out of your face. Like these movies suck, these TV shows suck, Marvel sucks now. Okay, I'm not interested in a single fucking thing Marvel has to offer for like I don't know when. Okay, I don't know how long it's gonna be down the road. Same with Star Wars. This is why I don't fucking watch shit anymore. And a lot of times this is why I've actually like held back on reviewing stuff like this many times, and me and John have talked about it because I never have anything good to say about it. Like the kind of content they're putting out right now is exactly what turns me into a jaded, cynical asshole. Because it is so plain to see. Go ahead, Joe, so I can shut the fuck up.
Well, see, and that's the thing is, you know, looking back over the last 23 fucking years now, the best content that came out of any of these Star Wars franchise, early 2000s, DC, the Arrowverse on CW, better than any of the fucking DC movies they've put out.
Which one was that?
Arrowverse, so Arrow, Flash, Supergirl.
Birds of Prey.
Was that on like the WB or something? Like one of those like
CW when WB switched over to CW.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's because with those shows, you're actually getting development because it's not just we're gonna give you this character that unless you're a comic book fan you've never heard of, throw them into a fucking movie for 2 hours and then that's it.
And expect you to pay your fucking money for it, right? Like that's basically
where with those shows we got the character development. We got to see from when they became who they are all the way through.
Some of the Netflix Marvel shows were a lot more compelling than like, you know, like John tried to get me into fucking Loki. And I was like, I got like, what did I say, John? Like an episode and a half, maybe 2 episodes in. And I was like, this is garbage. Fuck this show. And that had all the stars, all the star power, all the talent, the writing was there. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I really don't need to finish this shit. Like I'd rather watch the Netflix fucking, you know, what was it? Jessica Jones, you know, the first
Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Daredevil, Punisher.
Daredevil and Punisher. Yeah. I was like, at least Netflix gave a fuck about what, you know, once Disney came on board, it was like, this is the
only trash. Netflix Marvel show that, in my opinion, was a flop was fucking Iron Fist.
I also never watched that. So
I don't think Luke Cage was that good. I did not think that Jessica Jones was that good. I thought Daredevil and Punisher were the it material.
I will say
I'll
Daredevil
agree with that.
because Daredevil kind of started it.
Season 1 of Jessica Jones wasn't terrible, but I would say the most compelling was probably Daredevil and Punisher. Yeah. But you ain't gonna see that shit in fucking Disney. Okay. Hope y'all fucking
it's coming. They've confirmed it.
Is it? Oh, is it? Like they told us the last 10 times they told us fucking shit was coming? Is it coming? Is it coming this time?
Afghanistan, bitch.
Or am I
it takes time to do shit.
Am I just getting fucking bukkakied on while they fucking like rip my wallet out of my pocket? You know what I mean?
I like the bukkake.
Just bukkake. Just taking dick
when
to the
they
face
do
every day by
when they
corporations.
do release Daredevil Born Again, which is Charlie Cox coming back as Daredevil, the same actor from the Netflix shows, I will give it a chance. If after 3 episodes it is not as good as the first couple seasons we got on fucking Netflix, I'm writing it off.
Well, Netflix is good except for the fact that they just fucking canceled 1899, which I'm super fucking pissed about.
I was gonna say, tell us about that.
Well, the show's over. There's 100 unanswered questions, and the show's canceled. The show is fucking canceled. Okay, it makes no sense to me. I just watched a documentary about this thing called The Volume, and what The Volume is, it's the same thing that they used for The Mandalorian, except it's smaller. It's in a room, and the whole room has screens all over it. So without green screens, like the ones that you see behind me, they don't need the green screen anymore. So it's easier for editors just to cut things out, you know? So the way that in one point, one of the actresses said that the volume was so good that they actually got seasick. That's
entirely possible. Like auditory signals can throw your balance off.
And we're talking.
Certain wavelengths will freaking make you nauseous. Like that's entirely possible.
That's kind of the same concept as VR sickness. When you get motion sickness when you're playing VR games,
and they used VR. They used VR to develop the. They used VR to develop the show too. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Perfect. I'm about to show it to you. This is
it's not hard it's not hard to trick our brains. It's really not hard to trick our brains.
The reason why like I'm talking about this, it's because like the show got canceled. There was so much passion. Like, look at this thing.
I was in something like that in the Army, except we were like, you know, it was like shooting at a screen, basically. You know, like doing training.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's the exact same.
Or like the Humvee rollover training. How it's a fucking Humvee body on a fucking motor.
Yep, and it swings around and
and you've got screens all around to make it seem like you're actually going through.
Correct.
Yeah. So
there it is. Roll over.
So here it is, half built. So you see, it has this U formation here. And it has the screen on top as well to help with other landscapes.
Yeah, and lighting and freaking that make perfect fucking sense.
Now what was really crazy about the lighting about the show? They used fire. They didn't use LEDs. They didn't use barn door fucking.
What show was this for?
1899.
And it just got canceled.
It got canceled, and I don't know if it was because of.
Guess all that shit didn't help, did it?
Yeah, and you want to know something fucked up too? The show got great reviews, right? It got great praise from fans. Even the cast themselves, like they were so eager to come back, and it's all over. But
whatever will we do? Another fucking corporate fucking money.
And the creator said we wanted to do with this show what we wanted to do with Dark, which we have high praise for that show.
Absolutely. Well, you know, here's the thing: when they mix art with money, okay, like you're at the end of the day, you're just not going to get my money. Like that. Like that's what it comes down to. I'd rather watch every childhood, you know, happy memory that I have of like different things like comic books and Star Wars. I'd rather watch all of them burn than continue watching people freaking like just feast on the freaking rotten flesh of like a dead genre because the corporations fucking ruined them. Ruined them, dude. Like, so I'm sorry to 1899 and its fans. I'm sorry, but not fucking surprised. because like it does seem like anything that resembles actual art these days gets kicked out before fucking the dog shit turd that Scarlett Johansson is fucking like shitting in your throat and calling it fucking Black Widow.
Jesus
right? Like,
Christ.
you know, yeah, I'd watch fucking Black Widow too because I fucking care about the fucking character Black Widow, right? No, the fuck I don't. I'm there because Scarlett Johansson's there. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, at least I'm fucking honest about it, right?
Yep. All right. So now I'm going to give you guys the 10 most anticipated games of 2023. All right. Number 10.
I'm waiting, John.
Number 10. State of Decay 3.
Tell us about it.
So if you guys, number 2 wasn't all that fantastic. Number 1 was a great introduction into the world of State of Decay. State of Decay is a zombie survival game where you could team up with your friends to survive. You get to build forts. You get to craft weapons, craft bullets. You get to protect your crew of up to 30 people in a fort to not die. And now with number 3, there's not a lot of details coming into the game, but we know that it's coming out this year.
So it's like Warcraft with zombies? Sounds like Warcraft with zombies.
I would say more it's like The Division with zombies.
Is it first person shooter or is it
It's a third person shooter, and it will be coming to Game Pass exclusively. It is a Game Pass exclusive game, Microsoft only.
I will say on my curiosity is piqued, but not. I'm a little sketchy on that one.
Yeah,
I definitely see the review.
Yeah, so far the only thing I've seen that's a big difference is that zombie animals are being introduced.
Oh god, that's always a fucking. That's so I fucking hate that.
But it's going away from our typical zombie creatures like large monsters and stuff like that. So I guess they're trying to go into a more realistic mode. Number 9, Replaced. Replaced is a 2D side-scroller game about a man who gets forced to get thrown into a cyborg in Phoenix City in the future. Game looks really fun. I'm personally excited for it. Okay. Number 8. Final Fantasy, was it 16? Okay. Square Enix looks to be returning to its roots with Final Fantasy 16, and not only is the next entry in the long-running RPG franchise ready to lean heavily into a classic fantasy setting, but it seems to be placing a larger emphasis on the Final Fantasy iconography. Hooked on phonics, baby. Hooked on phonics. Number 7.
One of these days, John. You'll get there one of these days. We still love you.
Yep. Number 7. Marvel Spider-Man 2. I know one of us is excited for this game, and that's Squillini. So is this is not like a remaster or nothing. This is a sequel to the game that came out 2 years ago?
So shit. It's been a couple years actually.
Okay.
Hold on, let me pull up exact release date. (2018). So the game came out in 2018.
Yo, he really is. He plays a lot of fucking Spider-Man, Jay. He plays a lot of fucking Spider-Man, yo. Every time I see him on Discord, he's playing Marvel Spider-Man. We can't hear you. Wait till you come back.
I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying, okay? I'm just fucking saying.
Yeah, so that should be exciting for a lot of people. Diablo 4. Diablo's 3 released in 2012. It's been over 10 years now that a new mainline Diablo game released. Diablo Immortal was far from a solution to the IP's lengthy break, but Diablo 4 is coming early this year to save its hardcore fan base from their drought. Meant to be a bleaker take on the Diablo experience, more akin to Diablo 2, Diablo 4 isn't just falling back to known wins and is instead building on those with new clever features and decisions that modernize the formula. I'm pretty sure Jay's a Diablo fan. correct me if I'm wrong, man. Have you played Diablo, Jay?
No. I remember when it came out. I remember Diablo 2. I remember Diablo 3. But no, I never played it. I ain't got time for like shit like that, dude. Like I played like not Warcraft 2. I played fucking and not World of Warcraft. I played the original fucking Warcraft like on PC back like fucking 90s. Remember like those like in the I played the original Warcraft. That was about as far as I got into it. And I beat it. And I beat it with both sides. You could play as either human or orc, you know? I played and beat both sides. And like that's about as much of a fuck as I ever gave about a lot of those types of games. Diablo is very similar. I got time to grind, dude. I ain't got time to fucking grind like that, dude. Like fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Number 5 is, I talk about this all the time, Starfield. Starfield is number 5 on the list, and it is probably the most anticipated Bethesda game that's being released this year, next to Redfall, which is rumored to come out in April. Starfield and we're going to talk about Starfield again one more time when we get into the news. Starfield is number 5 and will be a Microsoft exclusive release, guys. Starfield is rumored to come out in the first half of 2023. I assume it's going to come out in March. Number 4, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. This game is supposed to be full of fun, full of cursing, full of like off the wall Justice League jokes. Are we going to hear more about how Aquaman fucks dolphins? I don't know, but
is it going to at least be better than fucking Gotham Knights?
I hope so. And no, Sylvester Stallone's not playing King Shark in the game either. Number 3.
Damn it.
Number 3 is Dead Space. Okay, I know Dead Space has a large cult following. I myself haven't played Dead Space in a long time, but Dead Space is coming back. Resident Evil 4 for number 2. Resident Evil again. Yeah. Capcom has been absolutely killing it over the past couple of years with Resident Evil series, and its upcoming remake of Resident Evil 4 looks to be no different. And on top of that, there was just a remake of Code Veronica that was about to be released, just got canceled by Capcom. They just completely shit on them. And the most anticipated game for the year is The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. A lot of people truly
the one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. A lot of people were truly excited how Ocarina of Time was, right? And what was the last game that came out? I'm sorry.
So the last one was Breath of the Wild.
Wild.
So that was a launch game for the Nintendo Switch. And with the way they ended that, it's been highly anticipated for a sequel. So Tears of the Kingdom is the sequel to Breath of the Wild, 6-7 years later now?
Okay, fantastic. And that's number 1 on the list, guys. So, Jay, were there any game?
Not a single one. Not a single fucking one. Not interested. Fucking that list is the fucking maybe the Bethesda game, maybe, but I don't know. Fucking I'm hearing. I'm trying to calm down, and I'm about to get fucking riled up again, dude. Like,
let's go into the news then.
The state of the video game industry can also suck my fucking dick, dude. Like, boy, like I tried so hard like to stay like happy this episode, dude, and like everything we're talking about is like agitating the fuck out of me, dude. Like I didn't hear anything on that list that even remotely resembles a game I would give, less than a fuck about playing. And that's to begin with. That's to begin with. It can only go fucking down from there.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't hear a single like that. Like, that's the top 10 for the whole year. Like coming up. Like that's. Oh, hey kids! This is what you have to look forward to. More shit being shoveled down your throat. Like
now, here's the thing. That is still determined to be that can be changed at any moment.
Yeah.
That's just the top 10 of what's been announced so far.
Yeah.
However, again, like we always fucking say, the state of the video game industry has shot to shit.
I want to hear what you think, Joe, about this. Like you tell, like I'm the casual gamer that as hard as I tried to get into gaming, I can't get into it nowadays because it fucking all sucks. You know what I mean? Like, I want to hear like a take from somebody who actually plays a lot, is passionate about it, like John. You know, we've heard from John many times. There's good games out there. I know there is. Why are they not the major games? Like, what happened to the good games being the major games? You know what I mean? Like, tell I want to hear about this.
So from my side, that's where I heavily rely on Nintendo for that, because Nintendo, no matter what, all the other sides of the game market shoot to shit. Nintendo has always put out quality over quantity. So that's where, you know, the number one on this list being a Nintendo title makes sense, because they're not like these other game companies where every year they're trying to push out a new game in a franchise. It's been 7 years since the last brand new Zelda game. We've gotten other Zelda titles for the Switch since the Switch came out, but it's all been like remasters of other games from the Wii, Wii U, GameCube, stuff like that.
Nintendo Switch Online Classic games as well.
Right.
So, you know, with Nintendo, I can 100% say with Nintendo, I'm not going to be disappointed, because every time they put out a new title in a series, it's something we've been waiting for years to happen. It's not like, okay, this year we've released this game, next year we're releasing a follow-up to it.
Yeah.
Then the next year, another follow-up. I in no way, shape, or form am getting paid by fucking Nintendo. I'm just saying, from a pattern standpoint, Activision disappoints every fucking year with Call of Duty at this point, because it's copy and paste of the same bullshit.
And as much as me and John went around and around about how, as much as I wanted to enjoy the game this year, there's aspects of the game DMZ that I do enjoy still. It was a copy and a paste with a couple of upgrades. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But see, that's the thing for all of the other franchises too. It's all been copy and paste lately. It's been, they change one or two game mechanics, they change the graphics, they give us a little bit of a different story, but it's the same fucking thing. The only Nintendo franchise that almost every year we can expect one game from is Pokemon.
Yeah.
But with Pokemon, we expect, because it's always been copy and paste, they might add some new Pokemon in, change up the region you're in. There's little different aspects in it. But with Pokemon, it's always the same thing. You're a Pokemon trainer, your goal is to complete your Pokédex and get all the gym badges and complete the final fucking Elite Four or whatever the fuck they are at this point. And that's it. I expect that from a fucking Pokemon game. When they change shit up, that's where it's a little disappointing with some of the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
But I expect a Pokemon game every year because it's Pokemon. It's always been that way since fucking day one. Since 1999, when Pokemon Red and Blue fucking released on the Game Boy.
Absolutely. And now, while we're talking about Nintendo, we're going to segue over to our news, where February 17th, Super Nintendo World will open up in California.
Okay.
A lot of people are super excited about that. You want to see some pictures?
I do. That sounds like a fun place.
They would open it.
I
wish they would open it somewhere besides California.
Like, California's kind of far, but you know what? I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Not sure if you know
So
who I
we've covered
am.
this before.
I'm about
the
to
inside
rule
about
the world.
Slayer.
Hey, there's
John, you want to
Yay.
mute your browser
There's
tab or
one
something?
problem.
you're gonna take
There's
the
a
volume
human
down on that,
has a mustache. Just
Oops.
Not supposed to happen, actually.
That's okay. That ain't your fault. That ain't your fault.
The Super Mario Bros. Trailer is playing in the fucking background over there.
It's just the corporate suckers of Satan's cock that want you to fucking get advertised to.
Yeah. So
Fucking,
you
can't even get on the fucking internet anymore without getting like a face full of dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so,
oh my
so you
God.
got a whole bunch of great statues, great props and stuff that you could walk right in, do some of the rides, do Bowser's challenge. Looks like you're in the fucking video game, to be honest with you.
That's pretty dope. It
Mario-
looks nice. It looks nice.
You can actually, and then the biggest thing is that you could actually play Mario Kart, and where they give you like mushrooms and shit, where you could throw at people and actually ruin their fucking game and get prizes and stuff at the end. But the thing about it is that you see, so the Mario Kart is on one single rail, and the car is in a rail, and it spins and shit like that. So pretty
okay.
But Japan is the only Super Mario World that's receiving the Donkey Kong expansion.
So real quick, go back to that and scroll up to the top of the article.
I don't know if I'm sold on this yet.
What the fuck?
Boo! Disqualified. Disqualified.
Okay, down to I want that fucking statue in my office.
Can you zoom in on that? Can you make that bigger? It's like if you're not on a full screen, it's a little. There we go. There we go. There it is. There you go. There. That's kind of. I mean, like, yeah, it's a cartoon dragon. Definitely a cartoon. Dragon.
Fucking Bowser.
Yeah. It's Bowser, man. Oh, look at the detail on that.
Cartoon dragon.
It's like stone or something.
How big would that be? Like 8 feet, maybe?
It looks bigger. Looks bigger than that.
Yeah,
it looks bigger than that.
How fucking heavy that would like a statue, Joe? Do you like?
The
can
fucking
you, like,
shipping charges. I'm gonna have to just put that in front of my fucking apartment. I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about anybody stealing that motherfucker.
dude, like,
They can't even lift it.
how are you gonna get through the fucking door, bro? Like where?
Yeah.
Like,
So, all right.
like,
So then,
I'm just gonna remove a whole ass fucking wall.
you're gonna have to like build a house around it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. In next news, we have The Last of Us will not have video game adaptations on the HBO series. They will
what does
also
that
be.
mean? What does that mean?
They're not following.
It's an
the game.
original story. It's not gonna be a copy of the game into a fucking TV show. So instead of taking the story from the game, because it is a story-based fucking game,
Haven't you? Haven't you?
we're
already
rewriting the whole
watched
fucking
it?
thing.
I watched
Yeah.
Chris. Yeah, I watched our friend of the podcast. I watched Chris Bodette play that game like almost in its entirety when it came out. And
Yeah. So why would you want to see the same story again?
well, I'm curious how they're. Well, that's kind of why I'm like I don't know. I don't know how like. I don't know that I necessarily want to see it frame by frame, but like I don't necessarily remember a lot of what happened in the game itself either, other than like I remember that like it was a very compelling story. Now, if you're talking about like, you know, events that maybe like lead up to where they were in like, you know, when you started the video game, basically, I'm okay with that for like an episode or 3. But if you've only got like this is going to go back to like our Andor chat. If you've only got, you know, 12 episodes in a season, if you waste more than like 2 or 3 on me, dude, like I've already fucking like zoned out. You know what I mean? Like I'm already like I'm out of the game.
Yeah.
And so even though I grinded it out and watched all 12 of Andor, The Last of Us 2 will probably get like, if I ever watch it, it'll probably get like an episode, maybe 2 out of me.
Yeah.
And if I'm not feeling it at the end of episode 2, I'm probably just going to put it away. So like that's where I get curious. It could go either way. I don't want there are plenty of TV shows out there that capture my imagination, and I'm all in. You've got my poker chips, you know, after 2 or 3 episodes. And usually usually I go to episode 3 or 4 just in case. Just to make sure that I really don't like, you know, whether I like or don't like something, you know, just to really make sure.
Yeah,
but no shit. You can usually tell by like episode 2, episode 3. You're like, yeah, if I'm not feeling it now, I'm probably just not going to get there. I probably should have. That's what I probably should have done with Andor. I probably shouldn't have even reviewed. Part of the reason we finished Andor is because I wanted to review it. I really wanted. I wanted to like it. I was like, I was looking for something to like, and maybe that also put some bias in my heart as why I got like so agitated with it, because it was like I wanted to like it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
there were aspects of the storyline that was compelling, but you wasted 12 episodes on me, and it was like it's literally like I just took a dick to the face.
yeah.
I cannot stress it enough that like Andor was like taking a dick to the face.
Yeah.
All right, so be aware, guys.
And while we're talking about Star Wars still, the very final news that we have today is that Ubisoft is working on a large scale Star Wars open world Star Wars game that is supposed to be similar to No Man's Sky. Now, if you're familiar with No Man's Sky,
Oh my God.
you could travel through planets and harvest stuff like that. And
Let me take this one, John.
I want to hear this
Jay.
because we need an open world Star Wars game.
Take it, Joe.
Ubisoft hasn't completed a fucking game by launch in 15 motherfucking years. Why the hell would I be excited about an open world Star Wars game coming out of fucking Ubisoft? It's gonna be fucking garbage. Or they're gonna give it the EA treatment, and there's gonna be so many fucking microtransactions that the game's not gonna be worth it. Because I'm sorry, John, but unlike you with Fallout 76, I don't want to have to spend $300 fucking dollars to make the game enjoyable.
And I'll still spend the $300 because I enjoy it.
I mean, I can't get behind Ubisoft at all. The only good shit that's come out of Ubisoft lately is the Assassin's Creed franchise game.
Yeah.
So they just need to fucking stop.
Fucking
Don't
Creed,
even fucking
bro.
try.
Let that fucking anger fucking flow through you, bro.
Well, I'll be the
Feed on
fucking
that
positive guy here.
on
We
that
need a Star Wars open world game. It's about time. Let's make it happen. And now for the final thought, which I think it's me this week.
It is. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be fucking blunt with you guys. Stop being a fucking asshole, all right? We lost another one this week.
Oh God.
We lost another one this week, all right? There should be no reason why this continuously happens every single fucking day. On New Year's, this is not how you start the fucking new year. This is not how you end the old year. Just you keep pushing on. You answer your phone. You call somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You dial the number that's coming up right under us. And I'm sorry I'm being a little fucking aggressive here, but guys, come on. There's so many different ways. Your time is when your time is up, it is not your decision. It's whatever you believe in. Whatever time structure that you're part of, when that time says it's your time, it's your time. You don't make that decision. Because we're here to help you. That National Suicide Hotline is star 988, guys. Star 988. There is someone there ready to talk to you right now. Hell, I'll go on the three-way call with you. I'm sure Squilini and Jay wouldn't mind either. We don't even need to talk. We'll just listen. You don't want to go there alone? We'll be right there for you, all right?
Right.
Guys, star 988. Okay, this is happening way too much. Way too much. Okay, and some funerals, depending where you are, because here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. In the Army, we are 1%. But in that 1%, we are so spread out. I don't want to come to a funeral, man. I don't want to do it, man. I want to remember you alive, breathing. I want to sit next to you and have a cream soda and a slice of pizza. I don't want to knock on your coffin, man. Guys, you're not alone. You're not fucking alone. Real shit. Star 988, guys. Guys, it's been another week. I want to thank you guys. We're back live.
We are.
We are creeping into episode 100.
Ever so steadily. We're getting there.
And
8 more fucking episodes.
Yeah, and I have a surprise for you guys. Actually, if everything works out, maybe 5 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna, we're gonna get this going. We're gonna have a good time, guys. Jay, do you want to tell the guys something about comments and how we should, take suggestions and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
yes, because I think there's been a little bit, especially with how long our podcast has been going, with how many. I know we don't get a lot of live viewership, but we do get a lot of viewership from again, like almost like John was just talking about, from a very widespread area. Okay, I think one of the, I wouldn't call it a problem. I would say it's one of the walls that we keep running into is that we're not getting a lot of feedback. Okay, so whether you come here by virtue of YouTube, Spotify, or one of the other streaming services,
yeah.
Okay, whether you're part of the Facebook, excuse me, the Facebook community, if you listen to this podcast in any regard, in whatever form that you may come across it or listen to it, we would enjoy hearing feedback. Okay. We are open to suggestions. We are, what's working, what's not working, too much of this, too little of that. You know what I mean? Like, what's with beaches, get less sand, like what's with islands, get more land.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, dude. Like, it's one of those things where, yes, we kind of have a program that we run here, but we want to hear from you guys. Like, what part of our program is working for you, and what other stuff would you guys like to see? We run fucking programs here. All right.
Well, hang on. We have a live review before we go.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, but see, like that's part of how we can fucking fix ourselves. You know what I mean? So that we can reach out and reach a bigger percentage of the community, and especially the communities that we are mainly aiming at, which would be, either veteran or supporters or families of veterans that are within the gaming community. Okay, we know you guys are out there. We're just trying to reach out to you guys. So if you're enjoying it, if you're not enjoying it, if there's stuff that you think is great, if there's stuff that you think could be tweaked and maybe made a little bit better, hit us the fuck up. Fucking say something. All right, because if you ain't saying nothing, we're just gonna keep fucking rambling. And my goddess and my queen is gonna keep telling me that we fucking suck. All right, so we need to hear from you guys. So when you have a chance, when you have time, send us a message. We happily accept it. Guys, it's fun. It's fun. This is fun, and this is why we do this, because we have fun.
Absolutely. Right? Well, guys,
so
remember formation, White Sox.
Oh no! I know you're gonna catch me dead wearing white socks on me. As soon as they fucking changed that rule, dude, I was all set. I don't even own a pair of black socks. I don't even own a pair of white socks.
Remember, guys.
Yeah, I don't think I bought a pair of white socks in fucking since
ever,
right before I got out of the fucking army, because they changed the black socks right after I got my fucking DD-214.
The only time in my life I've ever had to wear fucking like goddamn chonies, like fucking like it was because I fucking grew up in the 80s. Okay, like as a child. As soon as I was able to buy boxers, I bought boxers. Okay, we wear black socks here. All right, we're a little bit more professional.
Black socks,
sorry,
boxers,
John.
Boxers or boxer briefs, your choice. Tan t-shirt, robe, and a coolie.
Yeah, cup of coffee, maybe with a little bit of whiskey in it. Like maybe if you're into Sunday breakfast beer from freaking Ukraine. Yeah. Oh yeah, Obolon, John. This is called Obolon. This was the beer of choice again this week. So Obolon, the first Ukrainian beer.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We love you. See you next week.
Love you guys.